Order! Order! How you going? So yes, today we are going to talk about word order. I wanted to find out, does Ngarla have a basic word order? And if so, what is it? It has been found in languages around the world that case languages, that is, languages with case marking, usually have a freer word order than languages without case marking, but that there are nevertheless strong tendencies. This is the case also in many Pama-Nyungan languages, and turns out to be the case, pun unintended, turns out to be the case also in Ngarla. So in order to try to find out if there is a basic word order, I looked at around 300 Ngarla clauses that only have continuous noun phrases. So no discontinuous ones. And one thing I could conclude, first of all, was that I cannot say anything, in fact, about word order in detransitive clauses. That is, clauses that include a subject, a direct object, and an indirect object. So Carl gave the pot to Grandma. I cannot say anything about word order in such clauses because it seems that they always, without exception, include at least one discontinuous noun phrase. Yes, but there are definitely things that can be said about intransitive and transitive Ngarla clauses. There are strong tendencies here. When it comes to intransitive clauses, clauses that prototypically include a subject and a verb, like, for example, Carl sleeps. In such clauses, it is very important what type of subject we have, whether the subject is a pronoun or not. So if it's not a pronoun, it is either a common noun or a name. And I would say that this strong tendency, together with this, is very interesting. In Ngarla, we don't have very much in the way of person marking on the verbs. Person marking on verbs, which is very common in languages in different parts of the world, and also very common in Pama-Nyungan languages. And in many Pama-Nyungan languages with person marking, you find that both the person of the subject and the person of the direct object are marked. Now, what this indicates is that around the time when Ngarla stopped being a community language, it was under the influence of languages with person marking on the verbs. Languages such as its neighboring Nyangomada. Because you see, this indicates that the free Ngarla pronouns were becoming more tightly bound to the verb. Here I should say that in transitive clauses, the subject is also called agent, because the subject is the one acting, and the direct object, the one being acted upon, is also called patient. So this is the arrangement we have in Nyangomada verbs. We have the verb stem, a suffix marking the person of the subject, and a suffix marking the person of the direct objects. So, Ngarla was under the influence of such languages. The free pronouns were becoming more tightly bound to the verb, after the verb, and would, if Ngarla had continued to be a spoken language over time, most likely have developed verbal person marking. So the free pronouns would, in these contexts, have become person markers on the verbs. That's a process called grammaticalization by us linguists. So anyway, intransitive clauses. Intransitive clauses with a non-pronominal subject as well as with a pronominal subject but a non-pronominal object, the strong tendency is for the subject to occur before the object. But that is really the only strong tendency. There are a number of different word orders tested, and these are the most common ones. So when the subject is non-pronominal, we have subject, object, verb. That is the most common one. And after that, in second place, comes subject, verb, object. When we have a pronominal subject and a non-pronominal object, we find this word order here, the same one as here, as one of the most common ones. But we also have this one, which is the second most common one here, subject, verb, object. Yes, so clear tendencies. But Ngarla being a case language, word order varies. And that which is placed first is that which is in focus in a statement. And it so happens that in most statements the subject is in focus. Hence the term subject. Yes. But not always the case, and in case languages you can vary word order much more than in languages that lack case marking. That will be all for today. I will see you later.